I mentioned, I'll do the flow standing, but it's totally up to you whether you want to do it seated or lying down. All the stretches can translate to any plane, so find what feels good. If you are seated, you can have the hands standing, you can have the hands just kind of by the sides, or maybe the palms touch at heart center. Just find what feels natural and comfortable for you while we tune into the breath. And we'll take a couple moments, gently draw the eyes closed. And let's just allow ourselves to arrive here and now, so we can truly be with ourselves for these next 10 minutes or so as we dedicate this time to come back to our bodies. And as you're here, allow the day that has happened to begin to fade away towards the background. And also release any attachment to thoughts around the upcoming week. Let it go. And grant yourself permission to be here and now in your body and begin to connect within by feeling the breath. Begin to notice the sensation of every inhale and exhale, possibly within the nostrils. Maybe you tune into the chest, the heart space, or even the rib cage or the belly. Take a couple of big cleansing breaths, allowing yourself to feel the full extent of your inhales and your exhales. Use the sensation of your breath to anchor your mind here and now. Take a couple more big breaths, truly grounding yourself in the present moment. And once you feel ready to begin to flow, gently draw the eyes open. And if your hands are touching at prayer hands, you can gently allow the arms to float down by the sides. Take a big breath or two with the eyes open, staying within, though vision is back in the picture. Today we're going to work within the hips. So we're going to do a couple of stretches to open up the hips a bit. If you are standing, it's going to be a little bit more of an active practice with some balancing thrown in as well. But at any time, feel free to sit down or lie down if that's what you prefer right now. To start, gently bring your weight over toward the left-hand side until that right foot gets nice and light. So maybe you begin to hover it, swing it off the ground, just allowing yourself to balance. And if you are balancing, find a gazing point in front of you, something that's not going to move to help anchor you. We're going to start by hugging the knee in towards the chest. So your choice, if you're working on balance, maybe toes just hover off the ground. Maybe you grasp under the thigh, or maybe you grasp in front of the right knee or shin. So find where this works in your body. Wherever you go, imagine pointing the outer right hip down towards the inner left foot. So almost this like little rotation of the hip, and that'll help work into the hip a little bit more. Let's pause here for a couple breaths, breathing deeply. Let's take about 2 more big breaths. 1 more. Now your choice if you want to set the right foot down or go straight to the next pose. I'll leave that up to you. Our next pose, we're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Again, if you're working on balance, you can simply cross the ankles, tap the toes on the ground. Maybe this is where you stop. Get a nice stretch on the internal hip flexor. If you want to go a little further, we're going to move to chair legs. So you're going to bend that left knee. Hands will come to the knee and the foot. I'm going to turn so you can see my alignment. So I'm crossed, and then I'm sinking my booty back. Well, let me find my balance real quick before I try to show you. All right, sinking my booty back, but as you can see, my left knee is stacked over my left ankle. I can see my toes. So right now my knee is not stacked, I can't see my toes. There, it's about stacked. So take a look down, make sure you can see your toes. Maybe you sink back a bit and begin to feel it in the glutes a little bit as well. Couple more big breaths here. Let's take about 2 more. 1 more. On your inhale, slowly straighten that leg, and then we'll set the right foot down. Shake out the left foot just a bit. Strengthen the ankle here too if you're standing. All right, 2 more stretches on this right-hand side. From here, find your balance on the left again. Maybe you begin to swing that right foot. Maybe the toes just tap on the ground behind you. That can be where you're at today, and that's totally fine. Maybe you bend the knee like you want to kick the booty with your heel. Maybe you work on that. If you want to go a little further, you'll grasp the hand around that right ankle and pause. So when you're here, if you have the bind, you're going to press that right knee down towards the mat, and the right hip's going to press forward. That's going to instantly ignite the front of the leg, really stretch out the quad. So let's pause for a couple moments here. Breathe into what you feel. Stay in the body. 1 more big round of breath. On your exhale, slowly set the foot down. It's okay if you feel the ankle burning. We're doing a lot on this left-hand side right now. All right, final stretch on this side. Again, find your balance on your inhale. Lift the right knee. It's okay to just hover the toes. On the exhale, knee's going to come out towards the side. Again, if you're just working on lifting the toes, feel free to do so. Make sure both your hip points are pointing forward. We're not opening up, pivoting around that left leg. All right, so maybe you pause here. If you want to go a little bit further, tree pose. So maybe you place the foot on the ankle, the calf, or the upper thigh. Wherever you do, try not to place it on the knee, as that can compromise the knee. Press that right knee back behind you. Keep the hips pointing forward. Hands can be on the hips, palms touch, or grow them out like tree branches. Take a couple more big breaths here. Breathe to the hips. 1 more breath. Exhale, slowly come out by bringing the knee to center and setting it down. Shake out that left ankle. Mine's even burning. That was a lot of work on that side. We're gonna even out by doing a nice gentle forward fold. So step the feet just wider than hips distance. Big inhale, and on your exhale, let your body just kind of begin to drape forward. Maybe you just bend the knees and kind of pull the heart forward. Maybe you even set the forearms on the thighs. If you want to move towards a full forward fold, maybe straightening the legs slightly and dropping the head. If you're ready for an inversion, feel free to do so. I'm not going to invert just because this is a quick stretch and we don't want to get too lightheaded. So pause for a couple moments here. Feel into the right side, feel into the left. Just notice how your body is right now. 1 more big breath here. On your inhale, slowly round the spine, stacking 1 vertebra at a time, straightening the legs as you come up to standing. And we'll do the same little flow on the other side. Doing a great job so far. So again, feet about hips distance, all 10 toes point forward. This time, shift the weight over to the right-hand side. Left foot gets light. Find somewhere to look on the ground ahead of you. All right, so the first stretch we did was bringing the knee in towards us. So maybe you just work on lifting the toes up off the ground. Maybe you hug under the left thigh. Maybe you grasp in front of the left knee. So again, find where this works in your body. Everybody's bodies are different. Even on different days, things might feel differently. If your knee is hugging in, or even if you are in any of the semi-lifted states, you want to feel like your outer left hip is like you're trying to point it down towards your inner right foot. So it's just this slight little rotation of the hip there. 2 more big breaths. 1 more. All right, let's transition straight to that chair pose. So release the knee, and again, cross the ankle, making a 4 shape over the thigh, or crossing both the ankles. So find where that works in your body. If you want to move a little further, maybe the hands come to the ankle and the knee, you sink the booty back, bend that right knee, and pause. So again, take a look down. Make sure you can see your toes on that right foot. Couple more big breaths. Breathe to the hips. 1 more full round of breath. On your inhale, slowly stand up and set the foot down. Give your right foot a break briefly. All right, coming back to balancing on this side. Now we're gonna grab the foot behind. So again, balance on that right foot. Maybe the toes just tap on the ground behind you. Maybe you feel like you're gonna kick the booty with your heel. Maybe you grasp the left hand now around the left ankle. So find where this works for you. Pause here. Low belly pulls in. So that's gonna instantly pull the tailbone down and lengthen the front of that left thigh. Also press the left knee down towards the mat as the left hip drives forward. 2 more big breaths. 1 more. And on your exhale, slowly release it on down, and we'll make our way to tree pose on this side. So once you're ready, inhale, lift that left knee back up. Exhale, bring it on out to the side. And again, it's okay to have the toes tapping on the ground. Meet yourself where you're at today. Maybe from here you transition to placing the foot on the ankle, the calf, or the upper thigh. Again, find where this works in your body. As you're here, standing leg is strong, so you're really pressing down through that right heel. The left knee is pushing away, back towards the back of the room. Hips stay forward. Hands can be on the hips, heart center, or out like tree branches. So find where you'd like to grow your tree at this side. A couple more big breaths. You're doing an awesome job. Let's take 2 more full rounds of breath. Low belly pulls in. 1 more big breath. Beautiful job. On your exhale, slow, with control, gently make your way on out. Set the foot down. Awesome job. Let's move to that wide-legged forward fold. So feet wider than hips distance. Big inhale. On your exhale, again, I'm only going to take it halfway. Maybe you bend the knees, set the forearms or the hands on the legs. Just allow yourself to hang here a little bit, stretching out the hips. Maybe you even add a gentle rock side to side now, giving yourself a little hip massage. 1 more big breath. And when you're ready, on an inhale, tuck the chin in, roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Begin to straighten the legs. Exhale once you get to the top. Feel free to take a seat or continue to stand as we come to our closing for our stretch today. Palms to touch at heart center if that feels all right for you, and gently draw the eyes closed. Take a couple of moments to tune in to the body. Maybe you notice an increased heart rate, some heat within. Relax the body from head to toe, softening the face, the shoulders. Relax the hips, the legs. Find your way to your breath. Breathing deeply. Again, let any residual thoughts, stuff in the mind, fade to the background. Inhale and exhale, feeling the extent of the breath. Begin to tune into the mind, the head space. Take a moment, notice how it feels right now. Draw your awareness to your body, giving it a scan from head to toe, and notice how it feels. Tune your awareness to your emotional well-being. What emotion do you feel right in this moment? Just notice, observe, and let it be. Give yourself a smile and truly thank yourself for showing up here today, for dedicating your time to cultivating a beautiful state within and all around you, and dedicating your time to your health, wellness, and well-being. Thank you very much for sharing your beautiful practice with me here today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.